So, as you can see, we are finally back home. We are exhausted.
Yeah, I think we both fell asleep on the train home.
Yeah, well, we had to take 3 trains, to be fair, to get there. It was basically in London. Never been to the particular part before, had we? And when we got there, it was about 15, half hour to go.
We got there about 10:30.
10:30.
When we got lost.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. The event doesn't start till 11. So, we were a little bit early. We thought, oh, okay, we'll walk down anyway. But unfortunately, there was no signs for the festival. So, we walked up a road and there were like other food festivals going on. They're like, oh yeah, it must be this one. I was like, this doesn't look right. But, lucky for us, we did actually find it in time. You know, we managed to queue up at 11:15. And as we were queuing up, they were putting out the signs. So, yeah, had the signs been there, we would have seen it first of all, but no. So we actually had to double back on ourselves. But it was an interesting festival, as I said. You know, the only thing that ruined it for us was the crowd level. You know, it was a ticketed event, wasn't it? So it was £10, wasn't it, to get in?
Yeah, £10 each.
£10 to get in. And when we booked, we had to pick a time slot to get in. So we chose 11 o'clock. But there was a evening entrance as well. So why there were so many people, I have no idea. They just let them all in, I think, and it showed. They were just pushing them, you know, out the way, trying to get to what they wanted to see. It was hard work, wasn't it?
Mm.
Really, we didn't actually get to see absolutely everything because of the crowd level. There was a lot of things we wanted to see, but we just could not get there.
There's a lot of things we probably missed as well. There was meant to be talks, which we think happened upstairs, but it was very confusing what things were happening upstairs because there were signs saying staff only allowed upstairs.
Yeah, on the stage it said staff only. But yeah, people were clearly up there, and there was a lot of chattering around. So I thought, oh, maybe it's just a few tables to sit down, who knows, maybe it's just for the vendors, you never know. But the organisation of it was really bad. There was no like leaflet to say, oh, this is when this talk is happening, etc. So yeah, it was slightly disappointing, but it was nice to go and have the experience, I think.
I think some of the information might have been on their app.
Right.
But there was no... But you don't really want your phone out in a place like that.
Oh, not when it's so crowded, no.
And
I certainly not taking the camera.
Yeah, people were pushing and shoving. And I must admit, the items were pretty expensive. Yeah,
if you do go in the future, bring your money on a card. Well, I say on a card. We had a few difficulties with that one.
We took cash with us, as well as card. Most places would take cash, but in one place refused to take cash because they were told it had to be a cashless event.
Yeah.
But we didn't get that information. But
no, it wasn't specified. It was not specified at all.
We were still paying by cash though, and the other vendors were happy to accept cash.
Yeah. So, a lot of the vendors were lovely. You know, they explained all about their product. You know, which is so nice to hear about different people's and how they do things. You know, for instance, we've got some pasta, didn't we? And you know, they said that how they're cooking it, the freezing temperatures of it, how long you can freeze it for if you want to put it in the fridge, the shelf life of the products they've got, really, which is really nice. Other ones were just like, yeah, here's a product. I'm like, oh, not going to tell me about it?
Some didn't have cards.
Yeah, for instance, the pizza, you know, that stone-baked pizza was so nice. I keep saying it was so nice. Such a fluffy base. I've never had it so good for a gluten-free pizza. But I mean, I picked up a card, but they didn't say, oh yeah, we make it from this, you know, it's all done in here in the on the stone base, you know, right in front of your eyes. They didn't tell you about the company. It was just like, here's a pizza. I was like, okay, right, okay, I'll just go and eat it then. But one thing they did need is a lot more tables.
Yes.
You know, the table space was so hard, we actually sat on the floor.
I think they only had like 2 tables.
No, it was more than that. It was all around the sides. But because of the amount of people there were, it was just crowded. So we actually sat on the floor and ate our pizza, which is why I couldn't vlog it, I'm afraid. But I will tell you, it was so good. It really was so good. So we have brought a few treats home, haven't we?
I just want to say before we start showing you our treats, I was disappointed that there was no first aid.
Oh, first aid, yeah.
Because I didn't enjoy it as much as I should have done because I had a really bad headache. And unfortunately, just before we left this morning, I changed my bags over. And I forgot to put some ibuprofen in my bag. So I was really suffering. And I couldn't eat much there because of how bad I was feeling. So I didn't enjoy my time there.
No.
I didn't actually find any medication until we got back to the station.
We did actually leave early, but we had seen
most of it,
apart from the ones we couldn't get to with the crowd. The event is actually was on until 6. We'd been there from 11, and we'd seen the majority of what we needed to.
We left at 1:30. I think is what we said earlier.
Yeah.
And they were running out of things.
Yeah, they were selling out so quick of certain flavours of products, and it was like, well, that's not really good if you're not catered for everybody up till the 6 o'clock, etc. You know, you should have loads left over if anything, but no. So I mean, I suppose it does show how good the product was, but you know, if you want to try certain bits later in the evening, you couldn't.
I will say, one of the places where we wanted to get some tagliatelle from, he did say where we could buy it from.
This is true, yeah. One of the vendors did say that he's supplying on
Ocado.
On Ocado. That's right, on the online supermarket Ocado. You can get his particular products, which is interesting. We have used Ocado before, but never really seen the products on there, so...
The problem with Ocado is it always depends what is available in your area.
That's true. Yeah, so we might have been unlucky. But we might look out for it again and see whatever we can do. But we have got other products.
Yeah, I'd hate to think how much we actually spent.
Oh, macarons alone, I spent a lot.
You got every single flavour.
Alright, the macarons, okay, there is a lot of flavours. So, of course you want to try them all. So I had to go and buy them all. Especially for Kelly, she loves the macarons. We don't get them very often, so I had to go buy them all. The only trouble is they're about £3 each. And I'm talking small, little, tiny ones. They're not, I mean, I see probably small, but they're not probably that small. But yeah, when we get to them we'll show you what they're like.